Been a minute since I've been around. Gonna do a little video today. Hopefully, I'm gonna start it anyhow. I don't know when it'll come out, but it'll be today for you, whenever today is for you. I'm on my way over, and we're gonna continue the project of the 1964. I'm gonna be working on that today. I'm still working on getting the engine and stuff out of the Crown Vic. I finally got my Camaro project done with getting the engine in it and all that. It's been a long time. Had to recover from the accident I was in and stuff, the car wreck. So today is actually a good day for me. It's mid-November now. It's cooler here. It's not 180 degrees anymore. So I'm going to get working on the Crown Vic today, and I will be showing you, trying to get we'll be working on pulling the engine out. That's our goal. The engine and transmission, I'd like to get it off the chassis if I can today. So that's our plan. I'll bring you back when I'm there and working on it. I'm on my way over to the location right now. So, all right, see you then. Well, here we are. We're laying underneath a Crown Victoria, and I'm just looking at all the different things I need to take off from the bottom side to get the engine and transmission out of it. Cross member setup. Let me show it to you. So that's the cross member, just bolts on right there. And there's the transmission and drive shaft up there. And aluminum drive shaft, gotta unbolt it back there. And hopefully capture all the oil so I'm draining it all over the floor and get it everywhere like I did the last thing I worked on. Then we get the motor mounts out, all that up there. Get the exhaust disconnected, which I'm probably just going to use a Sawzall. Or I'll unbolt it. I'll see how easy it unbolts, because there are bolts right here. So we'll see about that. And let's see if we can't get this thing out of here today. Alright, so bear with me here. I'm going to grab some tools and we'll get at it. Alright, we'll be starting right here first. Get some of these exhaust bolts out. Yeah, this is Arizona. These turn out. Hold that up there on this weird ass bolt and nut setup that if it was in Minnesota or something, it'd be cut off with a saw or a grinder or something. And not taken out with a ratchet. Yeah, look at that. Nice shiny, almost like new, even though it's a 2009. Crazy. Get the other one on the other side. Oh, lost the lighting. Maybe that'll work. It's kind of dark under here. Especially for a camera. Not as much for me, but for the camera it is. I'm trying to get all the underneath stuff out of the way today and get the engine out yet, hopefully today. I don't know if you know much about Crown Vic police cars, but it's kind of cool actually. This one on the drive shaft, right over here on the drive shaft, I noticed it says police on it. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a freaking police car. It is that. Alright. One more bolt out. I think I'll move to the other side over there. Get those two out of the way. Then start working on the drive shaft, I think. Ugh. The car could be up bigger or I could be smaller. Hold on. Watching the other day, Weston Chaplin. I think that's his name. He was making a coach car out of one of these things frames. And we were talking about the fact that it was a low mileage car. They wrecked it by accident. And they were talking, it was like 50,000 miles on. They were thinking it was like a $10,000 car or something. Crazy thing is this is a low mileage car too. This is a 2009 Ford Crown Victoria. It has a 4.6 liter in it, police car version. And the crazy part about it is this car doesn't have a straight body panel on it. It had big ass bumpers on it when it came into my life. And it was, from what I was told, it's story, it was it was used for police evasive maneuvers. That's what they used it for. The police used it to basically learn to spin people out that are running away from them. And that would explain why it had no straight body panels. Thing is though, the car's only got 13,000 miles on it. Like, you get inside, it still smells like a brand new car on the inside, which is crazy because it's so old. You know, in 2009, it's 19. It was 10, and 20. It's late 25, so that's another 6 years. So this thing's 16 years old, and it's only amassed 13,000 miles. That's quite a few miles less than 1,000 miles a year even. So take you 3 years to get an oil change in. That's a pretty long time. If you think about it, pretty crazy. Neat old car though, just too bad it's so beat up. But makes it perfect for what I'm going to be doing with it. Turning it into a Ford truck. Well, at least most of it, parts of it. Engine, drivetrain, cross member, front suspension, all that's going into a truck, so that'll be cool. It'll be a cool truck. I'm excited to get somewhere on it and see what it'll be. Oh, hang on here.
Much later.
Alright. Not only did I get my socket out of there, I got the right socket. 13 doesn't work on 15 millimeter nuts. And I did get an extension, so here we go. Ripping it apart. Don't think I need that. Those are coming off really loose, like. Oh yeah, very well. Very well. Well, Thanksgiving's next week already. It's hard to believe. Another year's gone by. You know, before you know it, Christmas will be here, New Year's will be over, and it'll be 2026. Another year for AI to go even further on us all and make it to where everybody's out of a job.
10 seconds later.
Alright. Another one. Come on, baby, let go. There we go. One cat off. Top car cat. Like that. Alright, next up. Alright, we're getting there. Just finishing up, getting this one out. And cat number 2 will be out. That one's out. Nice. Alright. Wonder how that comes apart. Gotta take that out before we get too far. Alright. So I think that just slides in there. Alright, I'm gonna take that nut off. Why any wrenches that big under there? It doesn't look like it. Nope, nope, nope. I have to come back and get that. And when I get them loosened up, the stubborn bolts on that cross member, like right here, that you can't see. Yeah, I'll just show you. They're right there. Those ones there. I need to get those loosened up and taken out so I can drop that down, but I kind of want to get the drive shaft out of the way so I can put a bucket underneath and capture the oil that's going to come out of that so I don't spill it all over the floor. So I will have you come back in a minute. I want to talk about safety a little bit. I was working underneath that Crown Vic the other day. I noticed when I was working underneath it, I didn't mention it on the film at all, but I just want to cut in and put this part in there. I noticed after I was working underneath it that the jack stand wasn't positioned, like the pin in the jack stand was actually falling out. It was like halfway out. That holds the jack stand lock up to hold the car up. So to me, I just thought it'd be something that I'd talk about. Apparently a piece of the clip to hold the pin in was missing, and you can see it in the picture right here, and then you can see maybe from a better angle in this picture right here. Just check to make sure that the pins are in all the way, because that'd be a bad thing to do, have a car fall on you. Many years ago I did have a car fall on me. It was an old Dodge Charger, well, not real old, like early 80s Dodge Charger, front wheel drive kind. The shifting linkage would always fall off on that car. Well, on that car, the one day I was working, I needed to go somewhere. It was on wet ground, and the Charger one, I couldn't put it in reverse or nothing, so I jacked it up to throw the pin, the shifting linkage back on. And as I was underneath there, the jack actually tipped over, and the car was supported on my chest. The one tire was actually off the ground a little bit, and the only thing that saved me from that day was I had in my pocket, it was a shirt pocket, I had a little pocket screwdriver, and I was managed to grab it with my finger, and I used another jack that I had thrown underneath there, like a bumper jack type thing, and I used that and the screwdriver to actually jack the car up enough to get it off of me because I was all alone. So it's just something I want to mention about safety as far as like jacks and jack stands and all that stuff go. So, all right, back to the regular scheduled program. Drive shaft coming out. Yeah, I knew it was gonna drain some oil. Good thing I have that under there. Alright. Next step, cross member. And get as much oil out of it as I can. I don't want to drain it all over the shop. Alright. Ouch. Still draining. You can see it draining over there. Oh yeah, I guess you can. A little bit. Drip, drip, drip. Gonna spray a little looby-dooby on this. I'm gonna heat this up. Because the torch seemed to help with a lot of things. Like the bolts for the drive shaft. I think they have Loctite on them. Which these could too. So I'm just gonna try to torch them. And see if I can break them loose. And I'm going to try to do it without setting the car on fire. Let's see what I'm doing. Just heating up them bolt nuts right there, both of them. I'm going to try to break them loose, so bring you back when I'm done with that. Well, it's out. I forgot to actually record it. Had everything set up to record, but I forgot to actually record it. So here it is, sitting on the engines, well, on the engine hoist yet. There's still a little bit of antifreeze in it, but she's out. Next process will be get this out of the way and then drag this thing out of here because I don't want it in here when I take the suspension out from under it. And what's cool about it, I already took the bolts out in the back there. I just got these bolts here and then the sway bar bolts, and then I have to disconnect that. And then I should have, well, I got to do the brakes too. I have to unhook them. But then the whole setup should be out of there. And I can actually start mounting it under the truck outside. And I'm excited about that because that's the next step, is that. Get that mounted in that truck and then get that stuffed in it. And then I'm going to change locations with the truck. It's going to move to a different location so I can work on it there. But I have to do some welding on it to get the bracketry for this to mount into the truck. I have to get that done. And then it'll be welding boxes into the frame and stuff. And I'll show you that as I do it. There's a lot of videos out there on YouTube about people doing that. So I'll show you mine, but I don't know, you'll probably get better info from other people's, I don't know, but I'm going to show it to you anyhow because this first one of these for me is this one that I'm doing. I've done a bunch of, over the years, a bunch of S10 frames with like early 50 Chevy trucks with 350 engines or LS engines. The last one I did was an LS one. I'll put a picture of that one in. I'll throw a bunch of pictures of that build in here too, just to show it to you. That was back before I videoed any of that stuff, so I will definitely do that. But I'm excited. This thing's moving along. The sun is blinding my phone. But yeah, I'm excited to get that in there. That thing's such a low mileage engine. 13,000 miles on that thing. And it's just amazes me. 13,000 miles on a 2009. And like I said, it's dirty because it's been sitting around here, but yet it's still like super clean. All the markings, everything's on it yet. So, I mean, it's amazing. So, but all right. Next time I'll come back, we'll be ripping the front end off of that, and then we'll start working on getting that truck set up. So that's what's next. And see you next time. Not sure when it'll be, but it'll be next time.